Amazon, man.
Yeah.
They have big ass stuff all the time over there.
Yeah, but not a snake that's like the fucking diameter of a garbage truck. Yeah, so-
Oh, it easily had to have been like 150 feet
oh
long.
yeah, easily, man.
And
You could
yeah,
have
I
seen
mean,
it from space.
it's belly was like, I mean, and it was skimming the water too. It wasn't even
Yeah, it was just beneath the surface.
like there was no way with
Well,
that
you
much
could tell it
weight.
was fake because its tail kept disappearing. So yeah, it
Mm.
was. It was.
Oh, I guess I only saw a still shot. I didn't see
Oh
an
no,
actual
I saw it.
video.
It was video.
Ah.
Anyway, I'm Pat.
Oh, I'm Will.
Hey, I'm Jeffrey.
Big ass snake.
That was a big ass snake.
Big
I
ass
didn't see this one.
There's all kinds of stuff on there right now.
And some of the stuff you want to think is real, and it's just like,
Well, that's all it is. It's just clickbait. It's just content farming. You know, and so they're just trying to get people. It's like, oh my god, the Sasquatch, it's real. So
there was one I just saw on Paranormal Activity where they were on a train going from Durango to
Silverton,
yeah,
yeah.
and he was recording out, and the lady got a picture of it while the other guy was recording, and it was like a Sasquatch walking through, and then like the train started coming, so he walked to the hill and he like flopped his arms and sat down, and he looked just like the bushes around him and stuff, and it's like maybe. Maybe.
I saw that you know that like I did see an AI recreation the other day of the well, it was a filtering of the original like walking Bigfoot away from you
Yeah.
thing. Did you see that one where they stabilized it?
Hmm.
Fake as fuck, man. It's a dude with that shaky camera, man. It just doesn't work.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, so the dispute on that is there's two people who are famous for that film,
Right.
and one of them confessed. He said this is fake, but the other dude, even on his deathbed, said it was real. Now, obviously, it's fake because someone again, there's just no way someone wouldn't have seen it, shot it, and killed it
You're
yet.
talking about like the part of the country that is full of hunters.
Right. And yeah, that's the thing. Somebody would have shot it and killed it. Someone would have hit it with their car. Like, I mean, this is the thing: is they gotta cross roads sometimes. And
Not if it teleports and goes through a different dimension.
is that the
That's one of them. With these big.
okay? Well, that all right. That settles
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
you
Yeah.
get a big enough tarp, you can cover a huge pile of bullshit. Yeah.
No, that's fine. Nobody had, to me, yet presented the fucking teleporting through dimensions Sasquatch part. So, case closed. Yeah.
Honestly, I hadn't heard of that until like a year ago, and I was just like,
Where did you hear this
it
shit?
was on one of the shows.
Okay, all right.
And I was just
All
like,
right.
wait, what? And then like somebody had like they had a picture of it walking through like a teleport and it disappears. Well, it was like a darkish kind of just shadow kind of thing, and you were able to go, and then
No.
they ran up afterwards and like looked at the tree, and like it was just like there's just nothing there. So
There was an obsidian frame then.
made out of Minecraft.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. He's not. He just went to the nether, guys.
Yeah.
That's a documented place. We know how to get there.
This is where Minecraft got it from.
Right, right. All right. Well,
So,
fair enough.
I was
Okay.
even a little surprised by that one.
That's a new one by me. I thought I'd heard most of the dimensions on this, but that's
And I guess it only decides to teleport into remote jungle areas, forests.
Yeah.
Never once
Oregon.
into a city
Yeah.
or.
Well, a cage.
I guess like on the flip side here, I feel like there hasn't been any talk of Yetis in
Mm-mm.
forever. It's all just Sasquatch.
Yeah, that's true.
It's been mostly Sasquatch. Yeah. I've been catching up on Coast to Coast AM.
Just like old episodes? Or, okay,
they're
yeah,
fun.
all right.
Yeah.
Like 90s episodes?
There's a few of them out there that you can find.
Back when conspiracies were at their most fun.
They are way fun back because there's no fucking internet.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you listen to the shows from like the last, because I think he died in like 2015, something like that.
Art
Art
Bell.
Bell
Yeah,
before it went over to George Norrie, who's fine.
actually, George Norrie's great.
I don't have any problems with him. I just remember Art Bell, so I'm a little nostalgic for that.
No, I understand. Norrie was the weekend guy.
He was the weekend
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's just like, okay, let me go. Oh no, this is fake.
Can you imagine like the UFOs made out of paper plates and stuff now?
Fucking the fact that Unsolved Mysteries used to take that shit seriously was because they played with that music and they would like slowly pan in on them.
It gets you.
Um,
It got me as a kid.
and just that Robert Stack was like the first time that he saw this aircraft. He's treating
Unidentified.
he's treating it fucking like stone cold seriously, which you can't, right? Like I couldn't, right? I couldn't approach this like it's just like you're not gonna believe this bullshit. All right, check this out, right? But there are certain things where if you approach this from like a skeptic standpoint, you never believe this stuff, right? Then the thing where you actually see like the grain of rice shit and you have like a stupefied look on your face, that
Right.
really sells it.
Yeah. With the Tic Tac.
The Tic Tac, yeah,
The Tic
yeah,
Tac.
yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. The one that flies like upside down.
Yeah, it apparently goes underwater and changes like altitude by like 20,000 feet a millisecond,
Right.
something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched all those. So I remember when that happened. So no, it didn't make the news until like fucking 5 or 6 years after it actually had happened.
Right. Right.
So, but then I know Rogan went nuts on that there for a bit with the Navy pilots and all those guys.
Yeah, and then there was that. There's the scientist guy that talks about it in detail how the propulsion system works.
Yeah, I've seen him.
And I forget what his connection
Physics
is.
dude? Like the blonde guy?
Maybe, but he's the one that explains how like the inverted propulsion system works, and I don't remember why he was the expert on it. Did he say that he saw something or worked on
I've
something?
only seen
I
that
can't
guy
remember.
once. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he worked on it, and he's
That's what he
like,
said. Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what his role is or what he did, but he definitely worked on it, and I'm pretty sure he did something physics based and all this kind of
Right.
stuff.
Right. Yeah, and if you go back to the '90s stuff, that's when the John Titor stuff was canon.
John Titor? That sounds familiar.
Yeah, he was the one that he's the time traveler. He's the one that
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
that came back for like an Amstrad CPC
Correct.
fucking. It's a very specific computer part. The dude had enough specific details in it in the '90s to actually make a good sell of it, and the diagrams and this is the space time force logo. This is
Yeah, I remember him.
yeah. And he's like, no, it comes in a car, and he's like, here, I'll show you. And it's like in an '88 Oldsmobile,
Right.
and he said why it has to be a car like that and shit. I was like, okay, all right. None of those things panned out.
No, they didn't.
Shocking.
No.
But that shit was
That shit was
straight up
for a while.
canon
Yeah.
for a while. It was absolutely true.
Yeah.
That dude knew how to do it right. That's
He knew how to spin a yarn.
yeah, that was good stuff. And what was this about? This is about a big ass snake, right?
Oh
the
yeah.
Titan boa, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
right.
one of those, what are the cryptozoids or whatever?
Yeah,
Cryptozoology. So I think it's what it's called.
Yeah.
The search for like Bigfoot and,
right, but they're cryptids.
Mythical creatures.
Cryptids is what they're
right,
called.
yeah. So like the Loch Ness and
the goat sucker of the Southwest.
Yeah, Mothman. Yeah.
Chupacabra.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Chupacabra.
the Jersey Devil.
Oh man, I'm gonna go find that
Oh,
one. I forgot about that one. I did listen to one of the Mothman ones. I was like, this is dumb.
Mothman is so lame. It's
I was like, this is so dumb, man. So you saw two red eyes. Got it.
I think someone went far enough to actually make. I think there's a dumbass movie made out of.
There is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
went to the Mothman. Yeah.
If you can make a human centipede one, then yeah, you.
Have you seen that movie?
No, I did not watch it.
Ooh, yeah, that's not worth your time.
All right. It's. How do I put this?
He's
It's awful, dude.
That's what I've
Well-
heard. It's one of the worst movies ever made.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not one of the worst movies ever made. It's the. There is like a frightening element. Don't get me wrong, but it's also bad. I mean, this is the thing: is it's competently shot enough. There's enough of there's enough of a creepy idea behind it to actually make it sort of like uh, discomforting, right? There's like a why to this, but there's also the main component of all right. So this is weird, right?
It's totally weird, man.
Where you get to the whole point of like why would anybody want to do this, right? There's no version of it. So most of the time, your mad scientist types, they have something that it's sort of an ambiguous like, but at what cost, right? Where it's like if you're going to experiment on a person, it's for the advancement of like we all need to become werewolves because
Right.
the world is coming to an end and only primitive man creatures will be able to survive, right?
Shark cartilage cures cancer.
There you go. All right. So there's always that. But there's no version with this where it's like, you're just fucking around. This is, nobody would, there's no point
Except
for
for that
this.
movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you sell that. That's how you get the, like, Thanos was right.
That half the people needed to be cleansed.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Right. Now,
But he doesn't choose which half, so he might have kept that half
Never
alive.
understood why can't you just snap your fingers and make twice as many planets?
or twice as many resources. Well, and I mean,
And there would be much missing. Yeah.
It'd be a much shorter movie.
well, no. I mean, the quest to do this, but then again, it would be like, well, why are we trying to stop him?
Oh yeah, we should help him.
We do
yeah.
want whales in the river.
That's sort of it. Yeah, and that's another thing where in any examination of this, but beyond the surface, like this becomes stupid, right?
Well, I guess maybe if you make twice as much, nobody learned a lesson, so they'll infiltrate it twice as fast.
So let's just kill half the
So if you
people
kill
instead.
half, then they'll realize, hey, look how cool life is.
You mean half the people were realized?
Yeah.
Right.
The remaining half would be happy and respectful because now there's whales in the river.
I think they'd be pretty pissed at that guy. So
Well, yeah,
The first generation would.
right.
But then after that, it's past. We don't
Yeah,
expect
okay,
anymore.
yeah.
Well, I mean, this is the other thing is to say that, well, there's no mechanism here that basically says, all right, well, if we half it, you will eventually reach that same point that you were before, right?
Oh yeah.
But the theory is that they're already equipped with the knowledge. They've seen how bad it was getting. And now that it's shrunk by half, they're now appreciating and will use technology smarter to do it better in the future.
In theory, but that was never suggested.
But there are whales in the river. That was their whole suggestion.
Whose?
Cap, he even says it.
What, the whales?
Yeah.
When does he say that?
And when they're going to like the meeting or whatever.
Oh, okay. In the second movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't see no fucking whale talk in the first one.
No, it was the second one. They're dealing with it. Like, yeah, but it was kind of cool. I saw some whales in the river for the first time. It's like, that's what you're going for.
Right. No, I mean that's something where they kind of chickened out. They didn't have the guts to actually pull off the the relatively stupid comic origin. But then again, this is
I don't know what's the comic origin.
well, okay. So the character's name is Thanos,
Right.
right? Which is a variation of Thanatos, which is the god of death, right?
Oh, okay.
And so, uh, in order to, he was in love with death,
Right.
right? So he offered half the lives in the universe to win her favor, right?
Gotcha.
Which for me is so maudlin that it's beautiful, right? Um, it's so out there, right? That it's and if you ever, I got to tell you, so there was a like at the tail end of the Marvel cartoons, they made a Silver Surfer show, and he was one of the main, like the main bad guy, and he was so Shakespearean. It was hilarious. I was like, this portrayal is genius. It lasted like a season, and people are like there's a small group of people who are weeping because it's gone, but everybody else is like, what is this corny shit? It's like I ain't got time for this. But yeah, it was so like he like contemplative, like looking out the window. It's like it's like, am I the one to suffer? Like
Oh my god.
I shit you not. It was genius the way it was portrayed. But yeah, for a larger audience, they're like,
Stop. Yeah. Stop. I want to watch, but I can't. Gotcha.
Yeah. So, yeah, I definitely I think that would have worked a little bit better, especially given the fact that they've actually now in one of the shows, didn't they actually do the thing where they've made death as an entity?
Yes, she's Aubrey Plaza.
There you go. Okay, so now that you've actually done
that
it,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, the end of it was pretty dumb. That was in the Agatha Harkness,
right?
whatever it was called.
It
I
doesn't
can't
matter.
remember.
It's
I mean, it was all right. It was entertaining, but it was also kind of dumb.
I wonder if you're going to see her that much in the next year or so.
Who?
Aubrey Plaza. Didn't her husband like suddenly die last fall?
oh yeah, there was something weird about that.
Yeah, it was like really,
Yeah.
wake up and get insta cancer or something.
Ooh.
It was weird, man.
It was. Yeah. Like it was legit. It wasn't a. It's not like mysterious circumstances.
Right.
It's just
Yeah.
quick timing.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
So I'm finally gonna watch The Office.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
It's not available for any of my streaming sites for free, but I'm recording them all on.
YouTube.
Oh.
Well, no,
Oh.
well, my
Your cable thing.
cable,
Yeah.
yeah, because they show like 10 episodes a day.
Yeah.
But the first episode it recorded is season 1, episode 5.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just go ahead and start there and
Yeah.
miss the first 4 until it cycles all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that show is.
I'm not going to be missing any key points in the
No.
first 4.
I mean, you missed the diversity one because I think that's the second episode in the whole series
The one where
with the sticky notes.
Well, the sticky notes, but it's the one where Michael Scott watches the Chris Rock special, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Black people versus the N word.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so
So
all
there's
right.
only like one episode in there. It kind of stands out. There's no like character development or anything like that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it does set up like the basic premises of what you can expect to see. But that being said,
We know the basic premise. So
it's not like you can't figure it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, like Michael doesn't really change until like the third season. So
Well, all right.
I mean, I think he's like in his prime in his second, third season.
You will notice that he has a different hairstyle in the second
He
season.
does. Yeah.
well, the first season is only 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like,
Oh, yes. Oh,
I was like, did it not record everything? Like, it
No.
jumped straight to season 2, and then I looked online. I was like, oh, six episodes. That's interesting.
Yeah, because I think the UK one is like 6 episodes too, and they only did one season, if I recall.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
yeah, that show doesn't have near the legs
it's like
on.
super short. Yeah,
Gotcha.
1 or 2 seasons. Yeah, something like that. And there's nothing wrong with those ones. They're just if you watch the American one first, I don't think
The
you.
British one's bad. If you watch the American one, the British one, it's bad.
I don't think it's bad. It's just that it's been picked clean, right? It's
Yeah, okay.
Mm,
if you see the same joke but Britishly, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you really get anything out of it unless you're absolutely in love with like Ricky Gervais, which is fine.
He's fine.
You know.
yeah, so I just finished Lost, so now I'm going to start diving into this.
Okay,
There's a
yeah.
lot of TV out there.
There it is.
So
He actually finished Reacher.
Oh yeah.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Oh, the third season.
No.
one
Just the
season.
first. Yeah.
Oh, the first season. Yeah, we were talking
Yeah,
about
we were
that.
talking
the other
Oh,
day.
you
Yeah.
guys already talked
yeah.
about it? Okay.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
I can't get through. Like, I do not have the patience to fucking fire through like more than one episode of anything at once.
I think I've watched 8 episodes of like an hour long in one day.
Fucking ridiculous. Like,
I mean, and that's still like going out and doing some yard work and all that kind of stuff, doing a workout, and cleaning up the house and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's wake up, regular TV on isn't that good, so watch a show while you get ready, wake up, and then go down, exercise, watch a show while I'm exercising, come up, watch a show, go outside, do some yard work, back in, watch a show. You can get through 8 episodes in a day. I mean, even the hour ones are usually only like 50 minutes, so it's not terrible.
look
Yeah.
at get through. I mean, that's the thing is, if I want to watch something, I want to enjoy it. I want to just fucking
greatly
enjoy it.
enjoyed it. I love it.
Yeah, I don't use TV like that. It's background noise.
I love TV. So
Yeah, that's true. I've been watching old movies lately, though,
How
Which
old
one?
are you?
like 1980s movies.
Oh.
So yeah,
It's a very unique era.
it doesn't get enough credit. So
what were you watching?
Or hate. I mean, depending on what you're looking at.
well, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't watching anything terribly off the mainstream like streak there.
Schwarzenegger movies?
I did watch Commando. That one's bad. So, I watched Predator, which is better than I remembered it being. So, because I probably hadn't seen that in 20 years. So,
It's fantastic.
it's excellent.
It's
It's short.
Is it?
It's delightfully short. So,
it has a point to make, and it makes it, and it leaves.
yep, in a helicopter.
Yes.
The Stargate. I watched Stargate the other day. I hadn't seen that name.
Now, that is a '90s movie.
You're right. That is a '90s James Spader movie. So, and Kurt Russell, and I forgot how much I liked that movie.
So
It's not great, but it's fun.
Did the movie come out before the show?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, it delivers. It's. I don't think it's going to make anybody's favorite movie list,
No,
but it's
it's just the way that it ends. Is like, oh yeah, we would have done that, wouldn't we? Just send the thing up to the ship. So, because I was like, I don't remember how this ends. I was like, who dies? The answer is nobody,
Right.
except for the bad guy, and a few no name Marines. Whatever. So
They know what they signed up for.
they knew what they said.
they were wearing the red shirts.
Yeah. No, okay. So there are some. Here's the thing: there are some like '80s movies that, to me, sort of get a mad amount of respect. I'm like, why? Like, if you touch on like your Footlooses and
Oh, I don't get that one.
Never
And,
watched
like,
it.
and Dirty Dancing, and I guess I'm picking on like dance movies.
Yeah,
You know,
I get that one though.
Like
Oh wait, I'm thinking of Ghost. Yeah, never mind.
Ghost, I think, is better than any
It's
of
better than
those
Dirty
movies.
Dancing,
I mean,
yeah.
at least At least it's kind of it is sort of like heartwarming. In some
What I
ways.
don't get is a Breakfast Club, man. I do not understand why people jerk off to that so hard.
It's a great question.
Yeah, I don't get it. So
I think maybe you had to be there.
I guess, man. So, but
We're there.
yeah, I know we were there, but
Hold on. I think you had to be there and be of a certain age
you
for
gotta be
that
at
to
least
speak.
16. Yeah.
Right. So imagine for a second. All right. You watch Fight Club when you're 8. It doesn't mean shit to you.
When you're 22 and struggling for a job, that's the best thing ever.
Right.
Burn it all down.
Exactly. There's a reason.
I have
45
credit card debt.
And you have a mortgage that you're rapidly paying off and an IRA that you're stacking up. You look back at that movie and say, "This is stupid."
You guys are idiots.
These are
Yeah.
idiots.
Just go to work.
Yeah, get a job.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, it's like again, like when The Matrix comes out in 1999, it hits a perfect audience at a
Right.
perfect time if you're that age, right?
I was that age.
I was that age when
It was
that came out.
fantastic.
Where you're
Nailed it.
you're looking at your life and you're looking at the shit around you and you're kind of like,
I would totally take that red pill. Give me 2 of them.
whereas yeah, when they rebooted it and they did the 4th one, but they called it something different, it just didn't hit. Why? Because it's not the time for that.
Yeah,
I didn't even watch it.
Very few people did.
And I totally thought I would, but
Well,
just never
yeah, exactly.
did not look good.
And you're right. Breakfast Club is like if you were in that sort of like anti-establishment kind of thing at the moment. It's the same thing. Like to me, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off
I was
is a
just gonna
waste of a
ask
movie.
that.
Waste of a movie.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Again, well, but that's the problem is people put it on this like untouchable pantheon of greats. I'm like,
Not really. Yeah, I know people who do that too.
I think it's just one of the things that survived the 80s.
no way. There are people that shit.
But I mean, that's why it's on the Pantheon, is because it's one of, like,
There's a lot of movies from that period that we all remember.
fucking the Blues Brothers is not that good. And
I concur. The
And-
Blues Brothers is definitely overrated, but I think
It's fine.
I think I was about 10 years too young. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
to kind of appreciate it. I mean, I feel the same way about Animal House. I think that movie's dumb.
oh, I think that's
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've all like
Well, yeah. So and it's just yeah.
this is to me. This is that same thing about like The Shining, where it's a fine movie,
Yeah.
but all of the hallmarks of it have been stripped clean by other movies
They have.
that have taken that from there. Same thing with Animal House, where everything from Animal House that was inventive at the time, right, has been just stripped clean and put in other movies. So it's like
Yeah.
nothing about this feels like innovative or unique. Same thing like Caddyshack, right? If you were
I
there
do
when it
not
came
like
out,
that movie.
if you were there when
I-
it came out, there's a lot of people that was like, fucking the audience never laughed so hard when they saw that in the theater. But
There's one highlight in that whole fucking movie. That's Rodney Dangerfield.
he's
So-
brilliant, though.
Right, but he's only in about 10% of the movie.
Right. And you know what he's doing? He's doing
Stand
his
up.
bits.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
right.
Yeah.
So you can see him in anything. And it's
He's
still
that
just
guy.
as funny.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. He's that guy in Back to School, which is not a genius movie. It's just him making
Yeah.
those jokes. Right?
Yeah.
I did not see most of these movies.
Well, these are 80s movies. These are the ones that
I did not watch most of them. My
Like-
favorite cartoon.
there are some movies that I do think actually stand up because they're still like inventive. Like I think Weird Science still stands up because it does something different. It has a point to make. It's not just
I
a
don't think I've
comedy.
seen that.
It's not just a comedy. It's actually there's like growth in the story and it ends in a way that's
Who's
meaningful.
in it?
That is Anthony Michael Hall and
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
yeah. And
If he's the lead, I haven't seen it.
and Bill Paxton. He's the
Oh,
he's the shitty older brother.
okay.
Right.
Doesn't he make a woman or something?
That's correct.
Oh.
That's,
Okay.
that's the movie. Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
And yeah, and that's again they grow up from the issue. It's not just like fucking dude, where's my car or something like that. Where
Right.
it's just like it's
Road trip.
Yeah, there are some that just don't have a point. They're just
No.
there to be stupid.
It's an excuse for jokes, right? And
Mm.
that 80s comedies do have that where they actually have a plot, and that's where the characters come from. But some of them are just like, dude, fucking Spaceball sucks.
Police Academy sucks. I'm just gonna say.
What?
Come, you got to go back and don't. Don't go
It'd probably
back and
be
watch it.
terrible if I watched it.
I watched it.
What do you think of it?
I think I laugh at the part. Okay.
The guy that makes sound.
Well, I mean, that's not even really a big part of the first one.
No.
It's not. And you know what? The first one's actually a pretty good self-contained story in its own right, but no person would look at this and say this is hilarious. It's funny because you remember it.
I remember watching it as a little kid, thinking it was
Yes.
hilarious because the guy could do all the things,
Yeah,
Yes.
make sound.
Yes.
sound effects. We would rewind it and watch those parts.
Right.
Yeah. So, but then I don't know. I think I watched the second one. So because I'll look at whatever's free on YouTube.
Yeah.
And there's a shitload of movies on there. So.
So I think that Short Circuit still stands up.
Ooh, I haven't seen that in ages.
The second
It's
one
got
is a
Steve
waste of your
Guttenberg
fucking
in it,
time.
isn't it?
Yeah. And Ali Sheedy.
And Ali Sheedy.
Yeah, it's the first one is still a good time. The second one,
With
don't
the toolbox.
fucking waste your
That
time
one's
with. It
terrible.
was fucking dumb when it came out.
Mom took me to see that in the theater. So
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Well, I
Because
remember.
we loved the first one so much. The second one came out, and we were like, "Oh,
Just
It's
didn't.
That's
the
our
laser
one
was the
movie of the
best
year.
part, man.
I remember. So a movie that our family saw in the theater, I think about '87, right? Was a movie that you want to talk about deceptive trailers. Okay, is you see a movie that's about like tiny little alien spaceships called Batteries Not Included.
Yeah, but it's actually about old people
It's actually about old people,
Yeah.
dementia,
and Alzheimer's. Yeah. Oh no, that's Cocoon.
well, right,
Yeah.
no, but the old lady, she has dementia because
Yeah.
she thinks this thug is her son,
Yeah.
and he eventually, and
Kind of adopts her. Yeah.
he does. Well, he turns her out at the last minute. But you're watching this movie that's supposed to be a comedy about tiny little spaceships,
Alien robots.
Yes,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh, I remember that movie. I like that movie. So
I
I haven't seen it. To be fair, I probably haven't seen that in 30 years. So.
I watched it maybe like 15 years ago,
Okay.
and so here's the thing.
I thought the things looked cool. Did they have
looked
one that got
amazing.
caught in the garbage disposal?
Yes,
was all
this
fucked
is-
up for the rest of the
This is
movie.
that's what they showed on the trailer.
Right? Yeah, they didn't talk about dementia. 'Cause
Right.
That was a really, really, really famous actress. Who was it?
Jessica Lange. I think.
Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you. Yeah, it was Jessica Lange. Yeah, my mom was like sad at that movie.
Yeah,
So-
everybody, well, because it was a sad
It
movie.
was a sad movie.
I mean, it ends in the place burns down,
Right.
and the little spaceships are rebuilding it at the end. If you can remember, like the little hands putting the tiles in place.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah.
That, but yeah.
No,
That's we definitely went to see it.
I believe it. I got nothing.
Yeah, that's probably like 87, 88.
I think.
I mean,
so.
that's when I like first started going to a couple theater movies. Like my dad took me to see Indiana Jones: Last Crusade.
I think that's 89.
It is 89.
Yeah.
And then
We saw Critters.
I didn't see Critters in the
It
theater.
ruled.
Yeah, no, my parents were not into. They I mean, like horror films in my house were, things that you watched when your parents weren't looking, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was Tremors and
Tremors. I
Predators
remember
and-
Tremors. So I wish I had seen that in the theater, but I did not. So
I didn't either.
I think that's like 90 then. Isn't it?
was it?
I think you're
somewhere
right.
around
I
there,
think
yeah.
you're right. It's pretty close to around there. Yeah.
I did see T2 in the theater. So
I didn't.
I
regret
did.
it.
Yeah, Paul and I went. Yeah. So
So it would have been
actually,
92.
John went. Yeah, John's mom took us. Where were you that day?
Movies.
You and I went to go see Jurassic Park
Yes.
together. Yeah. So
Which
apparently we have to suffer a new one of those this summer.
I gotta say, it does not look good.
It looks terrible.
It looks absolutely terrible.
It looks like dinosaurs on an island again. It's weird because they have this cycle of dinosaurs on an island, dinosaurs get away from island, fucking batshit whatever it is,
Yeah.
and then it goes back to dinosaurs on an island.
It's just back on.
Because they need to get the DNA from the dinosaurs on the island.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they don't like have freezers. You know?
As far
And the preview says they have to get it from live dinosaurs. So they can't even get it harvested from anything else. They have to go to.
Oh my god! Fucking yeah! Let's just.
And so part of it is, well, would you rather get it from the full-grown dinosaurs or from the eggs? And so they try and get them from the eggs, which pisses them off.
Okay.
Right.
Do they have like a vote on it?
I don't know. It's only the preview. And then they're in the water in those gigantic. Why are those dinosaurs staying near the island?
I don't know.
They're massive. Why the hell would they keep hanging around there?
It's so dumb. It's not even. Yeah.
I argue that the first movie's premise is still genius.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have problems where you say, yes, and I've said this before, it's about oxygen, right? Things that big need more oxygen in the air to be able to breathe.
True.
All right, so it's that's sort of the impossibility of it, unless you have just these big dinosaurs that are just like laying.
Oh.
And it's,
I'm gonna take it now.
and it's just like you come to the island, it's all a bunch of dinosaurs that are like they look like they're too fat, right? They just,
yeah. They're all sweating.
they just every single one is just like post Thanksgiving meal, right? And they got their pants unbuckled and shit. But like
Compies would be fine.
I think well yeah, you're right. But the
Raptors
dinosaurs that people
probably.
came to see.
Yeah, everything like raptor size and
Well, I don't know. I mean, because you think about all of them would be evolved in a situation with what it was like the oxygen level was like close to 30% or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's why the fucking insects were a yard long.
That's horrifying. Yeah.
and they don't put those on the island.
Right, yeah. Nobody wants to
Yeah.
see a giant poop on a child. Say that for the Donkey Kong or the King Kong movie.
Yeah, those movies have gotten so dumb.
Those movies are bad. Yeah.
I haven't seen one in a while.
The only one I hate to say it, the only one I actually kind of like is Skull Island, and
That one's just fun.
that
Yeah.
you want to talk about a movie that does not take itself seriously in the
Oh, no.
slightest. It is that.
No, that one's fine.
If you make Jack Black your lead, you're not taking it seriously.
Fuck him. It's all about Sam Jackson in that movie because it's him versus his in Kong. I'm like, this is all right. This is the movie, right? Like, all right, this is cool, but yeah, I can't. All the rest of them, I kind of liked the boring ass Godzilla movie.
With Bryan Cranston
Yeah,
and
I haven't seen it.
the girl, Millie Brown, whatever.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby
yeah, she's
Brown.
in that one, isn't
Yeah.
she? Yeah.
She's worthless.
She's worthless in all of them. But I remember that one. I do like how they made Godzilla kind of like pudgy. He
I
does.
think I've seen the end of that one.
Yeah,
I think
because
they fight. Yeah.
If
Wait,
you-
didn't you like the Godzilla movie that I haven't finished watching?
Yes,
Okay.
I mean it wraps. There's a little bit like there's a tiny bit of come on, where it's like a little bit too sweet, right? But the actual concept behind it of terrifying monster that does not the way that they just keep trying to come up with ways to deal with this monster like this is great. I also like Shin Godzilla. That's the Hideki Anno one. That is a lot of people are like, fuck, this is boring, but it's there you go.
Gotcha.
In terms of actually, because the whole point of this is to make this like horrifying, to take any aspect of like cuteness out of this, and the actual like when they get to like the atomic breath parts and stuff. This is fucking awesome, but there's a lot of talking in that movie.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. It's all in Japanese.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah.
All he's doing is walking a straight line. That's that one, right?
Well,
Godzilla or the person?
Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
for parts of it, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But there's also a part where he's shooting down like stealth bombers.
Oh, yeah, he shoots everything down.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Which
they keep trying to, we need to call up the Americans, or and stuff.
But that's where they get into like the politics of it.
I know, and it does.
Right.
There's this giant fucking 300-story,
Yes.
and he's like fully upright in that one, like the old Godzilla.
Because he's taking different forms, right? He's evolving. I was like, this is kind of cool, right?
I thought that one was kind of fun. That wasn't a very long movie either.
It feels like it.
Well, that's because you've got a lot of boring, like, hey, get the president on the line. Kind of stuff in there.
It takes them a long time to actually get to the point where they say, like, conventional wisdom is not working. Let's turn to the group of nerds and misfits.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is the point of the movie. But that takes a minute to get there. But there's some great things where the things that we talk about in terms of, like, why don't helicopters work against it actually works in the movie because they explain that.
Yeah, they do.
But he's not taking on, like, a fleet of these things and, like, slapping at them and stuff.
No.
It's actually, they do it in, like, military formation. Like, this is kind of cool. Again, but if you don't want that in your Godzilla, you're like, who put all this serious bullshit in
Just
in my
destroy the
Godzilla
city.
movie? Yeah. I gotta tell you, those are not the ones that we watched when we were kids. Like where it was, he's doing like the dance and
He's stepping on plastic.
he's stepping on plastic. He has a dumb looking kid named
Oh my
Minya.
god! Oh my god! I would never come up with that name.
Well, okay. Well, and like Mothra is stupid. There's like two girls, like little
Oh yeah,
girls
doll girls or
in
something.
a clamshell that Summon It was singing. Like, this is so fucking dumb. But if that's what you're here for, and then you come and watch this movie where it's people like seriously 15-minute talks about the politics of the situation and like, oh my god, I'm into this.
I don't think I'd be into this.
There's just enough destruction in between the
And
conference
it's great.
calls. Yeah,
It's great.
the destruction is quite good.
Okay.
In that one. It's brutal. So
the parts where it's like leaking that red fluid as it's growing. There's this part where like the crazy like fish monster version of it with the fucking huge eyes. Like, this is great. And then they find out like the blood that it's leaking is basically radioactive, and that's fucking people up. Like, this is cool. This is a horror movie. I like this. Yeah, I guess it won. I guess it won like Japanese Academy Awards. But yeah, awards-winning movies are sort of
they're not good.
I don't. We don't really see.
We don't really talk about it.
It's the same.
There was
thing.
a time when it meant something.
It would be like going to fucking Games Radar or IGN to look at what games to buy.
Oh no, you can't do that.
Nobody gives a fuck about what
Nobody
a games
cares what
journalist
they say.
says. Yeah. Or a movie reviewer.
Nope.
Are you gonna go see the Lilo and Stitch?
I saw a trailer for that. I agree with you. That thing looks horrifying.
Like,
I'm
is.
sorry.
It's weird because it's not.
It looks good.
I
think it looks good.
thought it looks bad, man.
It's like go. You need to take it one step in either direction, either to cartoony or real, because this state it's in,
Yeah, it
is
is
just
kind of
not
an
quite
uncanny
there.
valley.
Yeah, just
I
not
think
quite
it
there.
looks fantastic, but
Like, it's in the face. I mean, you can see that the design is there. It's better than I gave it credit for.
I think it looks good. I would go see it, but Livy's already gone to see it with her mom, so there's
Well,
probably
fuck all out then.
no real reason.
No, all right.
So, and then the real summer movies are coming. So, well, I'll see Superman and Fantastic Four for sure.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, those open like the same weekend, right?
Pretty close. It's like
I think they're in direct
week.
competition
I think
with
it's
each
a
other.
week
Yeah,
separate or something like that, but it's pretty close. But I'll go see each of those.
but that's right, because that's when the Jurassic Park movie is coming out too.
It's
Those,
1 week. Yeah, I think they're 3 weeks.
yeah.
One of them comes out each week.
Does that have Chris Pratt?
No, it's Scarlett Johansson.
Okay,
Right, which
got it.
Which I don't need her as the lead. Like, it's just
She's
Her movie was terrible. Black Widow. It was
that movie
God.
sucked.
It was terrible.
That's
I don't think I could pick her out in a crowd.
you could.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know, man. I don't. I don't think she's amazing. Actually, I think she's kind of a shitty actress. I think she's really limited. I think she mumbles. I think it's it's hard to distinguish what she actually says. I think her voice sucks.
I think she
Um,
was fine as Black Widow.
I think well,
Yeah,
yeah,
she did.
because the it didn't ask much from her, and she didn't give much, and that's okay because sometimes that's what the role is, right?
Yeah, she was fine.
I do not think. I don't think that Florence Pugh is a great actress either.
What is she in?
Well,
Outside of the Marvel world,
Okay, yeah.
her big movie was Midsommar.
Okay, I never saw that.
That was her breakout movie. That's where I first saw her fucking pouting face. And I guess because I'm a guy, I was rooting against her. I guess that's how that works out.
I remember you describing it at some point.
That one is like straight down the middle. Like if you look at the reviewers, guys are like, "Fuck this movie," but women are like, "This is 100%. This is Kino." Um, I'm a guy, and unapologetically, it's like, "Fuck this movie." Like,
What's wrong with it?
well, all right.
The guy goes to like an island or something. Goes, I can't remember what you described.
Well, so it's got some like Wicker Man shit going on
Yeah.
there, right?
Oh, we have talked about
Yeah,
this.
right.
Okay, yeah.
And the thing is, the guy's thinking of dumping his girlfriend at the beginning, right? Because she's being all mopey. And she's mopey because her sister committed suicide.
Is that Florence Pugh?
Yes.
Okay.
Right? So she's just making sad faces the whole time, right? And he wants to dump her, and his friends are all like, dump her, right? But his sort of like Sven fucking Northern European like I'm here to go to college friend is they're talking about where to do like this summer project, right? Some anthropology, some dumb shit. Um, and it's like, come to my village, right? Where he's like, okay. And so instead of dumping the girl, she invites herself along, right? So they go to this place, and as you'd imagine, things are not as it seems. And there's a little
Doesn't that
bit.
one have like an elk monster in it?
No,
That's a different one.
you're thinking of a good movie. This is so. Uh, so there's like a little bit of like hallucinogenics and stuff like this, but this is a village that when people get old, they throw them off a cliff, right?
Oh, right.
Fucking dinosaur style. Um, fucking
Hell yeah.
Earl Sinclair
I
couldn't
forgot
go
about
through
that.
it. He pussed out. He was practicing, right? But yeah, so that's where they're like, oh, this is crazy and barbaric, but that's the trick is they're bringing new people, insiders in for replacing the old people at like 82 or whatever, where they threw them off the cliff, right? Now the thing is, the boyfriend he gets drugged, and as he gets drugged, he is actually raped, essentially, forced into a sexual situation with a villager. Florence Pugh sees this, and she gets really hurt, and all the girls get together and they sort of like mourn with her, right? And so she's named like the new Midsommar queen, and they have to make sacrifices. So they put her boyfriend in a bear suit in this burning building, and she torches him alive. All the guys are like, we said to dump her. And all the women are like, yeah, but the women really supported her, right? They shared her emotions. 10 out of 10, best movie ever. Guys are like, fuck this movie. Hereditary is 100 times better. And it is. It's from the same director. So fuck all that. It's pretty much on those lines, right? I know that sounds a little bit silly, but everybody's just kind of like, well, he didn't deserve that. Like, he didn't do all this stuff. He was still kind of a scumbag in some ways because he tries to steal the project, but I'm like, that's not. There's no karmic justice in that, right?
Well, I mean, that's a demerit, not a burning inside.
That's correct.
Yeah. I mean,
And she just lets it all happen.
yeah. No, I haven't seen that. I don't think I will.
Again, yeah. Again,
Definitely
it's
not
it's
Hannibal.
No.
you. All of your Wicker Man type movies are going to have something like that. It's like there's something wrong with this small town, right?
This
And
guy
it's
really is the devil.
that's
Yeah.
I loved that movie.
That movie's great.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yes. And that's where Alien Face comes from.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Alien face.
Yeah. That the girl
Joey-
that you think looks cool. Anya,
Oh, Anna Taylor-Joy.
yeah. Who has had like extended surgery to
Has she?
look more off-worldy.
I've seen like conflicting reports on that, whether or not that's real or not. I don't
I don't know.
I don't know.
She, I guess she's one of the. I guess she thought her face looked like kind of chubby.
Wouldn't have guessed that, but
Yeah, wouldn't have guessed that either. But
Well, that's what that chick from The Boys did too. She thought that.
oh,
her face,
she's brutal. Man.
yeah, that shit
What-
is fucked
The
up.
blonde girl,
what happened to her?
she has had lots of work done, and it is
Not
her
good.
skin is
It's awful.
stretched in all weird
Oh,
places.
Yeah, she's got the her lips now look like she got her ass kicked.
It's bad.
Ooh, that's not
Like
cool.
I don't know how they're gonna keep her in the show. Like,
Well, that show fell off a fucking cliff anyway.
oh, I'm sure for you,
Well, yeah,
for your politics stuff,
Political crap.
you know, no, it's brutal for.
I
him.
I
Now
can't.
he's there.
I'm not. I didn't even. So
It is
embarrassing.
like it is literally slapping Jeff in the face. It is. I can imagine this is like his least favorite.
Oh, this is my kryptonite.
Yeah,
No, this is
yeah, like it is just right there in his face, and it's just nonstop.
It's not even subtle.
No,
No.
no,
First season wasn't.
no.
First
no,
season wasn't.
no. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they did change some things around from like the book, which I don't think was great in the first place. But I mean, like, but I thought it was still pretty cool, and
Yeah.
like, I did not expect that to keep going on in seasons either. I was like, this will be done in like 2. And then yeah, that second season, I'm like, guys,
Oh yeah. They're so. It's not like you get mad that they have like a little picture in the corner of the room.
yeah,
This one's like, hey, you.
Oh, yeah, it's awful. It's
Right wings are Nazis,
so
literally.
check this out. This person's named Stormfront. I'm like, why? Why? Any particular reason? Any particular reason? And are you saying that this is a splinter group? It's like, no, this is
No.
all of you.
It's straight up, yeah.
Right.
Nazis, 100%, yeah. Not even gonna try and make it
No,
stop.
and that's the thing is, I have no idea why on that one they're like, hey, so we didn't know what to expect when this show came out, right? We didn't know it would be a hit. Why don't we ask the people what they liked about it? No, what they said is like, here's what we think people liked.
Because this was right after COVID, so
Yeah, it was.
It was
Yeah.
during all
Yeah.
that stuff, and they filmed that right as that whole thing wave was sweeping the nation, and they just ran with it, and
It's rough.
yeah, that
I mean,
second season was
the fact that you're like this is maybe a bit too much.
Well, I knew it was too much. Like it was annoying, but it was just like, all right, fine, I get it. Whatever, go ahead and kill people and all this stuff. It's fine. I'm okay with it. But just the power scaling in the show is just dumb. Like, because their powers are his Homelander power is supposed to be crazy big, but he like can't punch through a wall sometimes. It's just
Well, and
really odd.
I guess the other thing was that this is sort of the unintended consequences where they're like, we don't like that the audience is liking the character that we don't want them to like.
Oh.
the butcher.
No, people liked Homelander.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they've gone out of their way to keep trying to Flanderize this character into like, no. Have we not made it clear? It's like, we know he's the bad guy, right? You're not supposed to like him. Stop. We refuse.
He has to drink milk, like
I know.
breast, like oh my god, it's just there's so many things in there that are just dumb.
Yeah.
Some of the fight stuff is pretty cool and all that,
Well, it gets fucking retarded
but then
after a
it
while. It's like
does.
it's just yeah, like
The
middle of the
tiny
second
guy
season, I was
going
like,
in,
this is
like
a dumb.
crawling in somebody's butt to then throw and like it's just like come on.
That's childish.
It's
It
so
becomes
bad.
absolutely fucking dumb and juvenile. And it's like, all right,
And there's 2 seasons.
There's like
there's
four.
like four.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I think they're making a fifth.
Well, why wouldn't they? We obviously haven't gotten the message yet.
People still
Well,
watch.
I mean, there are shows like they are making moves, right? So the like Amazon, the Unlimited Money Pit, they finally got rid of that fucking idiot that just kept writing checks for horrible TV.
Mm.
You know the like they never got the audience for Rings of Power that they wanted.
No.
There were tons of shows that were greenlit and like never they spent $20 million on, never happened.
Mm.
So it's like it's and yeah, this dumb bitch got like 5 years of crazy money and spent it on all sorts of dumb shit and got nothing for it. I'm like, and they would have continued to keep doing it, but they've actually there's a lot of studios that have turned around and said like, actually, it looks like people are really fucking tired of this stuff, and we're going to cancel a lot of it. And
Yeah.
I mean,
They've been scrubbing a lot of shit lately.
yeah,
So,
yeah. This stuff that I've been like railing against just finally going. Like,
I heard that the end of Andor was actually really good.
I heard it was awesome.
Yeah, I might have to go check that out.
Hmm.
So I heard that it just all came together, and so it was like really well written. You just didn't realize it because it took like 9 episodes to get there.
They said the first season was sweet, and then they were like the second season started off so slowly
Right.
that they thought they were just like treading water and wasting time to cash checks, and then it turned out it was all going somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I'll watch that too.
Like a dude giving a book report on a book he didn't read.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Exactly. And you realize, oh wait, you did read it.
yeah, I heard it was great, but I can't remember anything else.
Yeah.
Like to watch right now.
Yeah, like current stuff or even recent things at all.
Oh, I got nothing, man. I'm on a 1980s kick again.
I've watched with
So,
Jonathan Krasinski's new movie. I think it's on Prime.
The one with
The-
Padme.
Yes.
Okay,
Um,
was it any good? It looked pretty throwaway.
it starts out okay.
What is it called?
It's like Fountain of Youth. It's Fountain of Youth. Yeah. It's literally they try and make it Indiana Jones.
okay.
Right.
Like literally like going right through to even the Fountain of Youth, like if you drink it, like your body starts like aging
De-aging,
and
yeah.
all that like and it gets just so bad. It is like all over the place, like the guardians of the cup are like it's just a girl that she's into Jonathan Krasinski, so she doesn't kill him at any point, and so they're like it's just so and like they're him and Padme are supposed to be brother and sister, and they're just no real
Natalie Portman.
yeah,
That's it. Yeah.
there's just no real chemistry. It's just like oh, it's so bad.
Well, I just saw okay, so I wouldn't have seen those commercials except for, and this is a real shame, as I started seeing commercials again because I was watching Reacher,
Right.
and
Oh, yeah.
I was doing great without seeing it. But yeah, watching that was so transactional, just even in the ads.
It's Jonathan Krasinski. I was like, it's my guy. All right, let's see what you got.
He is my guy.
And he's pretty funny in it, but it's bad. Like,
well,
just there's no real like Indiana Jones, like in the Last Crusade, like they go and they have to keep solving riddles, and
well,
like
sort of. I mean, it's not like riddles.
well, you have to solve the clue. They have clues, or the
X never marks the spot.
Right.
all
Okay, I
the
guess I'm
clues to get to the Grail and all that kind of stuff. And
There's a story.
there is.
right. Well, no, I keep thinking it's like, okay, so they get to the tomb and it's like we have a 3-gallon bucket and a 5-gallon
We're going
4 gallons. You spill that.
and then so
Oh shit! I should go find
it starts out with them needing to find all these clues from all this kind of stuff, and he's robbing like museums and doing all this kind of crazy things. And then like once they get the clues, it's like, well, we go here. And then it's kind
Wait,
of
it
over
was in
there.
Florida the entire time?
No, I mean they had to get it from like a sunken boat, and it's just like, okay, and they get it, and it just takes all the creativity out of it of like trying to make it hard or
Right.
challenging. It's just
Right.
like, oh, you stole some stuff, so dude, you're on the right track. So cool,
Right.
go for it. And it's
Right.
just like, ah. And then they make it so that this is the final. Like they're getting too close. We don't care if you like him or not. Like you must kill these people.
Right. Right.
But she won't kill him.
God, writing is so bad.
I gotta tell
I was
there's
just watching a couple old movies over the last week. I'm just like, oh man, that's terrible.
and I'll say this for like even those worst 80s movies, like I'm not talking about fucking like canon shit where like the direct to video stuff, yeah, that's happened in the 80s.
Yeah, you're right.
But
I'm talking
anything
about Meatballs too here.
Yeah, shrunk the kids.
Honey I Shrunk the
The
Kids
first one's good.
is very good. And I can tell you like that not only that, it went through the editor's hands like 7 times. Like what we're talking about here is the shit that you're talking about. It's like this is a first draft.
Right.
This is fucking AI slop. Like this is the thing about this I have not seen a word like what you're talking about there. I haven't seen a worse movie for what you're describing than that last that Rise of Skywalker movie, where it was straight up go here, get this, go here, get this, go here, get this, and you
It's
just
all fetch quests.
absolutely was. It fucking was. It's like, well, you need this to go find this dagger. It's like, is the dagger going to kill somebody? It's like, no, you have to read it. It's like, okay, well, you get this. Okay. Can you read it? No, we can't read it. How do we read it? Go here, get this to read it, right? And then you get to the end of it, and it's like fucking like, and now all of the starships have Death Star cannons. Like, you guys
That's so
suck.
bad. That's so bad.
Fuck off, every
Yeah.
one of you. This again, this is all like first draft shit. It's like no editor would look at this and say like this checks out, bro. This is badass.
I mean, we used to give George Lucas so much shit about the second batch of movies too, man. They're actually not that bad.
I always liked them.
Second one is still poop.
The second one is hot dog shit.
Yeah,
It was,
that one is still poop.
Yeah.
And there's parts of the first one where it's just
The
like
third one's probably about 45 minutes too long.
the first one's about 45 minutes.
It's one lap around the track too.
Yep, that is correct. And yeah, there's the third one where I have seen. This is weird. Is if you watch something Star Wars related, right, on YouTube, it will just keep putting you towards more and more stuff with
It
that. And there's like 20 minutes of deleted Star Wars Episode 3 stuff that's all on there.
Oh, really?
And that's the shit that should have stayed.
Oh, really? Is that good?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that actually fills in the gaps of the things where you're watching, you're saying, boy, this is happening too fast. It's like, man, this really isn't a gradual turn to the dark side, is it? It's kind of like, so this happened, y'all killed some children, and that was it. Right? These are the things that actually fill in the gaps of sort of
Yeah.
from here to there that actually make sense. Now, granted, that movie's already long as is.
That movie's very long.
And I get, like, when this is the last one, you say, like, actually, no. I don't think 25 minutes for a lightsaber duel is long enough. But I could be like, I didn't think I'd say this, but little bit less lightsabers, because I
Right.
get it. This is a fight,
Yeah.
right? This is a fight. But take out like 7 minutes of that, fill in the story crap. It's okay.
It's okay. See, the reason why I like that one is because you don't have the triple like battle in the end like you do
Nope.
in just about every other Star
Nope.
Wars movie. It just gets
You got a point to make, and we're making it.
thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like there's so many of the other ones where it's like, where's these guys? Oh, jump camera over here, jump camera over here.
Right.
You know,
Well, especially in the
what does this button do?
Yeah, especially in the first one where it's, oh my God, you are actually interspersing cut to wacky antics.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's attached to his foot. He can't kick it off. Yeah, got it. He's using it to shoot people.
Right.
And he's going to get promoted.
Right.
Right.
Right. Still, again, it is light years ahead of the absolute
Final
fucking.
three mess. Oh my god, all of them are just hot. Oh, they're so
Oh.
bad. They are so bad.
It would have been so cool if they just had Rey and Kylo just be like, yeah, let's remake the world. Let's remake the universe.
Well, again, you go for
Let's see what's
subversion.
going to happen.
You go for subversion on the rest of the movie, and then when it comes to the actually good moment, you chicken out.
Completely.
The
100.
The one thing that would have made it interesting is
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, you know why that works? Because you have this theme of this that's running through here. That's why it's okay to save the horses and not the slave children, right? Okay, I get it. So
Oh god, yeah.
that happened.
Oh, that
Yeah,
happened.
that actually happened. But yeah, if that's the theme you're going
Oh,
to,
this is the slowest moving naval battle in history.
oh,
Pew.
it's well, you have a naval battle so slow that you can actually leave from it.
Right.
And return. I don't know everything about naval battles. Is there a history of like naval combat where ships would actually go to like
Go
North
home.
America?
Yeah. Go home, rest up a little bit, come back, enjoy it. No, not to my knowledge.
Say like we're out of cannonballs. It's like, well, I'm sorry, we suck. Or we're done. It's like
Yeah, we're
actually,
done.
could you take the dinghy?
Row back to Boston.
Yeah, fill us up, and then we'll go ahead and keep this war going.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I would love see the funny thing is I think it would be funny if they sold it off. Right. If they said we're not really doing well with Star Wars, we haven't actually the $4 billion we spent on it, we actually haven't made back.
Oh yeah. Including that billion they spent on that hotel.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So
They shut down.
Oh yeah.
No.
It only lasted like a year. So, I mean, they got all the influencers to pay full price for the first couple of weeks. Then people came down there and they were like, "What the fuck?
Ain't
$1,600 a night?"
it's not even like all amenities. So when you go to the thing and you go like, I would like the bantha fries and the like.
I said, there's this girl who does like all these like amusement park kind of teardowns, and she did that one just to a T. And she went and visited for a few days, spent all the money.
Yeah.
And the food was ass.
Yeah.
It was like chicken nuggets.
Oh. Chicken nuggets are fine if you get 6 for $2.99.
No, they're like $40.
You gotta understand, there's a like, and the problem with chicken nuggets is they can't be elevated to a point where
You're
once
not cutting them with a fork and knives.
Right. Yeah, you got the little fork.
like you mentioned it, sort of at the grocery store, like the Tillamook line with cheese is sort of it's there for a reason. Like if you go above Tillamook, right, you get into $12 and $14 and $21 cheeses. And
they're
that's
in their own separate refrigerator.
That's correct. Like this
Yeah,
is
they don't even put it next to the regular cheese.
No,
it's
not
in a
a
whole.
stack of
It's like we don't want you guys to get confused. Bring it up and just be like, scan it and be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
So it's over here.
Like,
And
that,
those that know.
you have to know that you are going into questionable flavor town,
Right.
right? Where these are uncharted territories.
You might not know even after you unwrap it.
These are the ones where you say, like, do I eat the rind? Do I? Is the wax part of this?
Right.
Do I spread this? Do I take this plain? Does it have instructions on the cheese?
I would need instructions, but
That's got
I'm
more
open
more.
now.
Right. This is the kind where people have like a breaking ceremony.
Right, yeah, exactly. Do I
yeah.
need those little knives?
Oh,
Or
that's
can I just
true,
use
yeah.
a screwdriver?
That is not how you do it if you're spending that much on cheese.
Dude, like a cheese wheel,
Yeah,
like a Parmesan cheese wheel is like $2,000.
yeah.
So
it is.
yeah,
It is. And they actually have professional breakers
yeah.
that do this.
You got all these tools.
Yeah, and they're not like Black and Decker.
No, they come in a case.
Right.
It doesn't have Velcro on it.
Cutting apart a fucking cheese wheel with a DeWalt.
Right. I gotta save her son.
Actually, that's a good point. It's like, what are you getting? It's like a radial arm saw. Duh.
Duh. Just circle saw. Shear off pieces of it.
Just put it through the planer. Actually, that wouldn't even bother me. It's like 2 sheets of Parmesan, please.
Like,
That would be interesting. Just have a perfect circle of cheese and just set it on the pizza.
I don't think it was old. Parmesan's pretty brittle. I mean, I buy it in wedges, so.
What about mozzarella though?
Oh, mozzarella, you
mozzarella
could make
is
a bed sheet out.
Yeah,
of it.
So you
exactly.
just have a
Slap
circle
it
of
out.
cheese and just
Well, actually, no. There's 2 types of mozzarella. There's the pizza stuff, the spreadable
The
stuff,
grated stuff, yeah.
and then there's the wet stuff.
There's an in-between one. It's not wet, but it's like jelly, you know.
Well,
It's
yeah,
kinda, yeah, because you can slice it open and it's just creamy. You know,
I mean, I love fresh mozzarella, but
you can get it fucking soaking wet.
yeah,
So-
that's how I like it because
Do you?
yeah,
Oh,
it's super salty.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff that they'll make.
You can make a couple pastas with that.
Well, it's not even just pastas. You just eat that stuff plain because that's the stuff with like balsamic vinegar and stuff that
I've seen people do that.
caprese. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was very good.
with the sun-dried tomatoes.
I'm not talking about the sun-dried tomato. We don't. I'm never like in danger of
No, me neither.
yeah,
I get ambushed by them every now and then.
right.
So it's like finding a cockroach in my sandwich. What's this?
Okay, that's one of the other like the videos that's been circulating is people keep posting videos of like street food, and it's
Oh,
would
it's
you eat
everywhere.
this?
That all over the place, man.
Yeah, and you see this dude in India, and he's got 14 different versions of crap out, and you're basically you're watching, and he's making you a plate of fucking the 5 versions of fucking pudding that you're getting that's got like stuff,
Yeah, I don't even know.
and you see flies everywhere. It's like, would you eat this? I'm like,
Yeah.
God, no. There's one that they had with bees. They're like, well, these are bees. These are okay. It's like, I don't recall the bees
you eat
washing
the
their
bees,
little hands.
or they just walk over the food.
They're just walking all over the food. I'm like, fucking, I'm not eating this stuff outside. No.
Like I said, I haven't seen the gross ones. I've been on a Korean street food kick, so where they make all these like fucking like upgraded egg McMuffins. They look delicious.
That I would eat. I would eat street food from any high trust society.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I see the China ones too. You know, like I see those on YouTube all the time. You know, where it's like, I'm pretty sure that's a cat. You know?
I was just gonna ask, is it a mystery animal?
Right.
Right, yeah.
Right. Right. And you didn't even fry it. I mean, this is.
It looks boiled. Yeah.
There is one where there has been some discussion where a dude has one of those huge, like, king crabs.
Chops its legs off.
Yeah, and
I've
there's
seen that
there's
one.
people talking about the ethics of this. It's like this is turn me off crab or what. I'm like, crabs are fucking retarded. Crabs are
Crabs will eat your face off.
they'll eat your, yeah. It's I didn't look at it as a get them before they get you kind of thing.
You fall asleep in the wrong beach, they will eat your face off.
I mean, people have made a pretty good point. Like that's why you can't find Amelia Earhart
Crabs.
Well,
because they ate her.
Yeah.
Um, but my understanding is they're fucking stupid and they basically don't feel pain.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess they'd be close to lobsters, and they know that lobsters feel pain. So,
Do they?
oh yeah, when you put them boiling hot in the water, that's
Oh.
you should kill it first.
Well, that's the thing is lobsters you have to do that because otherwise they'll poison their own meat, right?
I don't know. It might be the other way around, where you throw them in there live, so they don't do
Well, so when you throw them in there alive,
that. Mhm.
right? They're still like kicking. The temperature is something that they sort of have like a dumb reaction to,
Yeah.
right? But my understanding is that you're supposed to take the knife, just hit them right behind the eyes,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
put it out because they have a mechanism where it's something to do
I think I've heard that.
like there's I think it's actual shit
They
that
shit
goes
themselves?
into the meat,
Yeah. Okay.
right? As a defense mechanism, and that's why you're supposed to either kill them quickly or uh, boil them alive
Hmm.
because the raising temperatures they're not smart enough. Like, oh shit, I'm really dying. It's discomforting, but I'm not dying.
I don't know.
I'm not, dude. I don't cook
Yeah.
seafood at home. I'm in a
Oh, no.
landlocked fucking state.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know.
I don't eat lobster really, so
I don't
It's
eat
way
anything really
overpriced.
from the sea.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, make fish.
I don't really eat that much fish.
Oh, all right.
I mean, I'll have like cod every now and then. So, which is like the sea chicken.
It really is.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, and they cook it like chicken style, like battered and fried.
You batter it, and you
Yeah.
or you put tartar sauce on it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shit that's where ketchup goes. That's where tartar sauce and ketchup goes.
They're about the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just different nuggies.
Yeah, fish nuggies.
Fish nuggies.
Yeah. Well, they're just like planked out
Right.
or cut into sticks.
Right.
Yeah.
oh, fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that I've had that in a while.
Fish sticks?
Yeah.
I haven't had that in a while.
Macaroni
I had
and cheese
fish and chips
sticks.
a while ago. We went down to Bonefish Grill.
Whoa.
How
yeah.
were they?
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not cheap.
Where's bonefish?
It's over on the other side. You know where the Costco is on Nevada?
Oh,
It's over
okay,
there.
gotcha.
There's another one in town too, I think. I don't know.
Is there?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Isn't there one like right over here?
I don't think
I don't
so.
think
I
so.
don't think you have a bonefish.
There might be now, but man, that place has turned into a restaurant, death kill zone. So over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I was actually up north. Last week I went to Shake Shack for the first time.
That's good.
How was it?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I got this mushroom cap on a burger though, so do not recommend that. So,
I don't eat mushrooms, so
I love mushrooms, man. So, but that thing, it was a deep fried portobello mushroom like this.
Sounds good.
It was really good, but man, mine had like with portobello, every now and then you get that hard cap in the middle of it. And you just, it's like a meat quarter that you cannot chew. So I got one of those. So I was like, okay. Shakes are divine, though.
It is.
Their shakes are very good.
It's a little pricey.
It is very pricey.
Yeah, we came back from Comic-Con last year, and I had the other kids with me and stuff, and we went in Shake Shack, and I bought them all stuff. And it was like, for 5 of us, it was like $86 or something like that.
Fuck.
Damn.
And I was
And that was then.
I was like, oh wow, okay, well, so be it.
You get a soda or a shake.
Well, but those shakes are like $7,
Yeah,
$8.
they're not
like,
cheap. Yeah.
And then once one kid gets one, then it's like, oh, I want one. Let me get that one. All right.
See, the joke in Pulp Fiction was that the $6 shake
Right.
was expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, not anymore.
Sorry, man. That was 1992. So
Somewhere around that. Yeah,
somewhere around there?
I know.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
know,
Fine.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that your gas pump had a .9 something back then. So thanks, Obama. You know.
No, it's quaint to see it now.
It kind of is quaint. I mean, if you go back further enough, you start watching some of those movies in the '70s and the '80s. It is depressing.
Oh,
What you can buy for $1.
Just the amount of shit that people have and stuff like that is just like. And I remember, like, like you'd have neighbors who had weird stuff in their house that was like kind of fancy but really mid. So you always like my godparents had an organ for some reason.
huh.
But they weren't the only
You're not
people.
the only people that had an
Exactly. They also had a pool table. So they
Right.
weren't the only ones that had
No.
that either. But then, there was like a lot of other stuff that it's just like, oh yeah. So everybody did have one of those fucking, water beds.
Water beds,
You know?
Occasionally, you'd find somebody who had a bumper pool table.
We knew a guy. Yeah. It was buried in old computer parts, but it was there.
Yeah, yeah. These are also the houses that we usually have a couch in plastic.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember like the first couple houses that I went, like you guys had a sectional, and that was nobody else had a sectional.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That's
like
true,
you
yeah.
would find things like that every now
Well,
and then.
we also knew the family that had the neighborhood's satellite dish.
That is
The
true.
very first satellite dish. Yep. So
Same family that doesn't feed their kids.
right.
Yeah,
And then they still all became giants.
That's true.
that's a good point.
Very weird.
Yeah, but that was. I mean, it was just like you go back and you see some of those older movies. Cars are big. They're really loud.
That's true. Except, I mean, well, the '80s didn't show off like normal people cars.
Everybody's driving an Oldsmobile or something.
Well, either you have something like that, or they're basically driving Ferraris, or
Oh, right, yeah.
it's one of the two.
Yeah,
It's either that or the fucking the things that are all look like spaceships, right? Where it's
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. But if you had a classic car, it was a jalopy.
right,
Right.
right.
Yeah, that you give to Daniel's son.
That is true. And you know what? Aside from ending really abruptly, like shockingly abruptly, that movie's actually quite good.
That movie is good. Yeah.
It is strange how tournament's over. Here's the trophy. Credits roll.
Oh, yeah.
There is no denouement.
Dude, that's how
in that
Stargate
movie.
ends. Go back to Stargate.
You know what? You're not,
Credits roll. I was like, wow. All right, so we don't get a debrief for this.
they know what? Yeah, it's like this is for the audience. They need that return to normalcy sort of like moment for the hero's journey. But yeah, this shit's done.
Nope, done.
Yeah.
There's a new Karate Kid coming out too.
I saw for the first time. I saw a trailer for it today.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
Jackie Chan and
Jackie Chan
Daniel's
is still
son.
around. He's got to be like 70.
he looks old.
Oh, okay.
He might be older than that. I don't know. But yeah, they're side by side doing their thing.
And Ralph Macchio.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he came back.
He was one of the guys who, they were going to say, oh, he doesn't really age. But then you watch that, it's like, oh, yeah, he did age.
Well, he was from that. This is the weird thing that we have about like so because we have so much media. It used to be that you got to do like Karate Kid, and then if your next two movies weren't good, you were done,
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
and they were finished with you.
Yeah.
And now it's this weird thing of because I remember it being strange that he showed up in My Cousin Vinny.
Oh yeah, he did.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so it seemed like, oh shit, is he back? No, he wasn't back.
I think that movie's.
I think it's great.
My wife loves that movie.
I think it's
So
fantastic.
does my girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's fantastic, but I mean, if you say overrated, I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah, okay.
Oscar worthy. I mean, you know, that's
I just can only take so much Joe Pesci, and that's all Joe Pesci. The whole movie.
no, it's Joe Pesci and Marissa Tomei, and you either like their dynamic or you don't.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And if you don't like that dynamic, well, this movie isn't for you.
No, yeah, it's just a little bit too much Joe Pesci. So for me.
What's the right amount? Like Home Alone?
No. Well, maybe. That one's probably
Maybe
a little bit.
Home Alone's
I'd say Goodfellas, where he's in about half. So, and then he gets shot, and then it's like, great.
Goodfellas is I like it.
I like that movie.
I do. I really do like it. But I mean, after the Lufthansa heist, I'm like, all right,
It was getting a little, yeah.
it's getting a little long in the
I don't know.
tooth.
Yeah, I thought Casino was a better
I like Casino.
Casino's brutal.
Very.
movie. Oh, yeah.
It's brutal, man. Oh,
His ending there is brutal.
dumb is. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to like that movie because of that, and like
Man, that is
and like when they find
that'll stick with you, man.
and like the dude who's cheating, you know.
Oh, where they bash his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And they say something like really like, all right, now get out of here or something. It's like,
Yeah.
Like, God damn, man. It's not a bad movie. It's part of the thing that's you know, sometimes like when people take a piece of a movie and turn it into like an internet thing, you don't see it the same way.
Yeah.
So the thing that they always do is they take that spot where they're making Joe Pesci watch, right? And
Oh, when he kills his brother?
yeah.
Yeah.
And what they do is in the foreground, this is where they're actually they show a guy putting pineapple on pizza, and that, and there's this caption and it's something like 1947. You know, it's the first Italian American is forced to watch people ruin pizza for
pizza.
yeah, and that's sort of the thing that I always see.
From that movie? Okay.
Well, if there's a more memorable moment from that movie, you tell me what it is. But that's
No, that's
for me,
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably.
fucked up.
I also like pineapple on my pizza, so
I don't have a problem with it. That's the pizza you're getting though.
well,
Right.
yeah.
I think like ham and pineapple is a pretty good fit. But you don't put pineapple on with a whole bunch of other shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Black olives.
People do.
I know.
Plenty
I
of
know.
orders that
I'm sure you've seen
Yep.
every possible
Yeah.
pizza combination.
pineapple goes on with all sorts of stuff that I didn't see too many Supremes where they like throw on pineapple.
Well, Supremes are what? That's
Oh God.
It's everything.
Green pepper, onion, mushroom,
yeah.
pepperoni, sausage,
Black olives.
black olives. I think that was everything.
Black olives are great.
I don't like black
They're
olives.
they're
Super
little like
not.
they're little bites of super salt.
Look like donuts.
They do.
Yeah, I just.
I think you just got mochi donuts.
What's that?
Like seriously, there's
really.
I didn't get them, but she got them. She thought they were delicious. I didn't.
What's a mochi donut?
So it's made with the mochi dough, and they spread it out like a donut and
You have mochi?
deep fried.
No. What is it?
Mochi is like it's Asian goop.
Okay.
So you remember how we've talked about that Asian sweets don't taste like sweets?
As long as it's not poi, that's disgusting.
No, that's
mochi.
not-
They're usually these balls.
Yeah.
And they're always like covered in, like we were saying,
like powder.
with flour as like
Yeah.
their
Okay.
seasoning.
Yeah, I
The
never had it.
seasoning.
Yeah, some seasoned flowers and seasoning. Great.
Well, for those not for seasoning, so you can actually hold the shit.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, so I guess it's gluten free because it's mochi. So
Not if you put flour on it.
well, I don't think they
Oh, okay.
like these are meant. These are gluten free donuts,
Oh,
but they're
okay.
made out of mochi, and then they put like icings and stuff and different
Yeah.
things on it, and then you can get your whatever drinks that have the tapioca balls in it, bobas
Oh,
at
okay.
the
Yeah.
place. And
Never had it. So,
Those are fine too. But and again, mochi's fine. It's just like subtly sweet. It's what?
nothing.
It's like, did you see a moth?
No.
Because I've been putting those things in
Oh,
the
yeah.
fucking dirt.
My cats have been eating them lately. They caught their first victim probably like 2 days ago. Now they're on patrol.
I've only had one.
I have not had that many. So
Wow.
I'm not going to get that many because my wife and I, we started spraying our house like last summer
For moths?
for bugs
Oh,
of
you
all
hired a
forms.
guy?
Yeah, we hired a guy. He comes out.
It works, man.
Holy shit, does
It works.
So I haven't seen fucking anything alive in my house that wasn't authorized to be
It is like it is like an invisible wall.
Mhm.
Like they don't even come to your house.
They don't even come into my garage. So yeah.
And
You
this
pay
is-
the guy, and then once you fire him, because we used it for a while, and then I cut costs and I fired him. It lasts for like another 2 years before
Really?
they start finally being like, "All right, let's check this house out."
Really?
It works
It
really well.
works.
Is it expensive?
It's like
Uh,
$35 or probably more.
Yeah,
than that,
it's
40 bucks.
it's like 40
$45.
bucks a month.
Yeah.
So
When I did it, it was like 35, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it went up. But
and actually I think our guy only comes out every other month.
yeah,
Yeah. So I think it's only 40 bucks a visit. So yeah.
All right. I mean, that's cool.
It's
But
pretty impressive, and they have the stuff that doesn't hurt pets and all that kind
Mhm.
of thing, and all that. So, and then if you have anything that comes up, they're just like call us, and we'll be right out.
Yeah.
all right. All
It's
right.
like if you have a hornet's nest that just pops up, they're like, we got it. Ants pop up, you get an anthill in the garage. They got it.
All right.
It's pretty cool.
Now, I haven't fired at them because I have not seen them in the area yet. But the Bug Assault Magnum is certified for hornet removal.
You just shoot that at the nest.
I will shoot that at a bad customer if he's parked.
Oh, okay,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
The nest that's to be destroyed at night.
Well, you need the foam.
You can do the foam. There's a couple of ways to do this here. You can actually, there's a concoction you can make of basically like peppermint and soap.
Yeah.
That will
Yeah.
fuck their lives up like nobody's business.
You know,
So,
I watched one of those videos. They put like a jar right over
Or
the
a jar of
nest,
gasoline.
and they're just like.
It kills them. Yeah.
there is that. I don't have to do that.
Yeah, I don't have the guts to do that.
I saw this video the other day on YouTube. I think this was in Australia. Okay. So, because yeah, the people had like accents. There's a
Okay.
guy at a gas station with a tarp in the back of a pickup truck. So the bed is all lined with this tarp,
Okay, yeah.
filling it with
Go on.
making a gasoline pool in the back of his truck. So, and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Dude. So he just keeps out, fuck off, kind of thing. I was like, no, this is really dangerous. I know what I'm doing, Like, we need to call the police. And so the guy puts like $1,000 of gasoline in the back of his
Oh
fucking,
my
yeah, I know,
God.
man.
That's just open air.
And it's open air. He just drives off, and they're like, "We gotta follow this dude. He's gonna get somebody killed." So, he's going around corners, just splashing gasoline all over. I was like, "This cannot be fucking real." Oh my god. Anyway, tangent, but
Yeah, I can't imagine being that worker and being like, stop.
yeah,
What are you doing? Like, you better have like a mapped out plan that you can show me. Because otherwise,
well, half of that shit's gonna evaporate. So
just,
it's crazy.
No, well, I mean, actually, they have strict rules in terms of like these are the containers you're allowed to
Right,
put
yeah.
this in. That is why you're not allowed to show up with like a Stanley Cup or a Yeti growler.
Big gulp.
Just hold out your hands like this. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
like
Please.
Hitmania. Yeah, they have
Get into the car.
you got your shirt pulled.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they have a very strict list of approved things that you can put gas in. I would presume even in Australia. Actually, Australia's kind of they're not as like frontiery as you think. They have a lot of like authoritarian
Yeah.
sentiment there for
Dude, like 90% of Australia lives within like 5 miles of the coast.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So if you get out in Crocodile Dundee territory, yeah, you can
You
kind of
can do
make it up.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
That well, yes, yeah. There is a place where yeah, it's come and get me. Right.
I'll second that. I've had a number of students from Australia over the years, and they are just like compliant. You know, you know. I mean, they'll give you a little lip, but they don't really mean it.
That sounds like more playful than anything.
It totally
Right.
is. Yeah.
It's within the boundaries of the things their government
Yeah,
permits.
and I've never had one that didn't want to go back to Australia as soon as they were done studying.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've never had one. That's the only country. Well, I've never had somebody from like New Zealand, um, but most countries, when I have students from there, they want to stay in America
Yeah.
if they can.
Yeah.
The exception is Australia. They all want to go. Every last one of them that I've had said, like, nope, I'm going back.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
Well, isn't that part of that too? Is like, aren't the Aussies that you get almost always ready to, uh, like set up their own industry or basically enterprise? You're like, I'm trying to take this, or was that Africa? Because I thought it was
That's
like,
Africa.
yeah, okay,
That's
okay.
Nigeria.
Yeah, okay.
So I've had
All right.
Nigerian students. They all become like fucking industrialists.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Because like mentally, it's like, oh no, I have gotten the knowledge. I have the land plotted out where I will
Mhm.
set up this enterprise.
Yeah.
This is where Nigerian snow cones will be made, and
Yep.
and et cetera. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I've had several Nigerians go back and set up their own businesses.
Okay.
So
Right.
I've never had a European student.
Well, I've had European students.
I've had a lot of European students. I've probably had more European students than any of them, with maybe the exception of China. But I haven't seen any Chinese students since COVID. So
And you won't.
No, they kind of disappeared. So
Yeah.
yeah, they kind of disappeared. So that's why this whole thing with Harvard having Chinese students, they don't have as many as they used to. I guarantee you, because they can't get visas anymore. So the Chinese won't let them out of the country.
They won't. But I don't. I don't think it's just the Chinese that they're trying to keep out.
Well, I don't know who else it would be, but I've been hearing a lot about the CCP in particular, and they did. Like my students, they had handlers, so you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and they did have to report back. And like I do have Chinese students now, but they're all independent study, which means they're not doing their own work. So it's
Right.
possible that one or two
Yeah.
of them are, but doubt it. So I'm suspicious. Let me put it that way. But we don't have any of those anymore, the on ground ones, because we used to get a knot of about 20 or 30 of them a year.
Yeah.
And they would travel as a gang.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's because typically, like, only two of them spoke English pretty well, and so the rest of them were kind of like, yeah, oh, hello. You know, it's like the bathroom is like really. So
Well, and then yeah, that's the problem. Is then you see the essay they wrote.
right, yeah, it's like wow, this is the King's English here, huh? So maybe like speaking isn't the part that you get.
Well, no, it's that's an easy enough thing to confront. It's like, excuse me, good sir, could you tell me because you've written it here? What does meretricious mean?
Right, yeah, exactly. Can you pronounce this word? Yeah.
Can you read your paper?
Yeah.
Just the first sentence.
Dude, the one that trips me out still to this day is the one where the Middle Eastern students you had where they had their women
They had their
doing
women
work.
doing their work.
It's like
Yeah.
that is fucking insane. to me.
I only saw that once. I'd never seen it again. But yeah, we had a knot of Saudi students, and they were all like princelings, you know, because the family's fucking enormous. It's basically the country,
Right, right.
you know, or at least the part that could travel.
And they came to Pueblo.
No, they were here.
Oh.
So they were here. Yeah,
Gotcha.
they were, yeah, and they were, for some unknown reason, pursuing degrees in education. I don't know. No idea. So, but yeah, it was like there were like four guys and their wives were full on, the fucking R2D2.
Yeah, the urban ninjas. Yeah, I know.
They were urban ninjas, and they took all the notes. So,
Did the guys even pay attention?
they were assholes.
Hmm.
So yeah, they were. I've had a number of students over the years from the Middle East who are fine. Like I had a guy from Libya whose family was basically getting murdered by the Gaddafi regime, and he was like the most chill guy. Yeah, he was like, I'm glad I'm not there. They killed me too.
Yeah, sucks to be them.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Better than me.
and I've had some from Egypt and some from Lebanon, and they're fine. You know,
Just these Saudi
these Saudi
princes.
guys are weird, man. So this is the weirdest batch of students I think I've ever had. So
It's a weird system to come from compared to the rest of the world, you know?
I guess, man. I mean, I don't have that big of a sample set, but
Well, I'm just talking about the structure of, like you said, the family and the way that the whole thing is run,
yeah,
right? That's there's something very anti-American about that.
I don't think they're really that opposed to us anymore.
No, 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 no. I mean in structure.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing egalitarian about it.
Yes,
So yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. I mean, here we're like ridiculously egalitarian in some ways, So, but not there.
I don't think it's changing anytime soon.
I
I think they're locked in.
Yeah, that's fine. Chad, I'm fucking done with the Middle East. I'm done with it.
At
It's
least
just,
some of us.
we
Both
don't
ways,
have
yeah.
any need
Yeah.
for it. Yeah, I mean, we don't import oil from there anymore.
Nope.
We don't get anything from them. There's like two things. We get like strawberries and dates. So
Right.
yeah,
And even that's sort of a we if pushed, we can make our own goddamn
we're
strawberries.
good. Yeah,
Dates, not so much.
yeah,
But if you want to pay extra for them, fuck off, go ahead and buy them.
yeah, sure. But yeah, no, it's like there's no reason for us to be fucking around in there anymore. I mean, they pulled the carrier out of the Red Sea. They basically said, "Well, fucking, we're tired of bombing rocks
Yeah,
in Yemen."
yeah,
So because there's more rocks, and we
yeah.
turn the big rocks into little rocks, and the little rocks turn into littler rocks, and it's just
At that point, it's sand.
well, yeah,
You can't. Yeah.
well, and they still fight from that. So whatever. So
Well, it's their native land. It's fine. But yeah, there's no. We don't buy Middle Eastern cars. They don't make them.
nope.
So yeah, it's fine. Actually, they do make one. Um, they do make one car that is supposedly designed for. Uh, it's basically Islam safe.
There's an Islam safe car.
Yeah, and I don't remember what makes it that way, but it had special things designed for like Islam, and kind of like those cheater Jewish elevators.
No, the ones that just constantly operate.
Yeah,
So
the
you can
ones
walk
that
in.
have a Saturday mode.
Right.
Yeah,
I've never heard of any restrictions on them driving.
I don't remember what it is. I
Yeah.
looked it up. I was like, what the fuck does the Middle East actually make? I was like, well, because there was some asshole that was talking about well, Islam did all this, like they haven't done anything meaningful since the 12th century. Like in terms
Since
of
they
like
got wrecked by the Mongols, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. In terms of like, but Islam contributed great to the sciences. I'm like, yeah, until the 12th century.
right, yeah,
You are taking credit for some old shit right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right, right. So yeah, that was that.
Yeah, I don't fight on Twitter. So,
Oh no, no, I'm done fighting now. Like if you say something stupid, I just ignore you.
yeah,
Well, because either you don't argue with little accounts. That's the rule.
right, yeah. When you're
Yeah,
content farming, you go after the big dogs.
yeah.
Yeah,
If somebody of substance fights with you, you swing at them.
I just don't see that many fights going on right now. So
We've all kind of like settled to neutral corners at this point because we're waiting. Here's the thing: we're waiting on something substantive to actually have fights about, right?
right,
And right now, the things that are having fights over are like actually being contested in court, right? So until all the shit gets settled as far as like what the Supreme Court and the little courts and all these other, corny ass people, getting their names out there, until that stuff's settled, like there's nothing to be said.
Yeah.
It's just the regular amount of like name calling.
Yeah, but there's not like the usual, like, I think the trans fight is over. So
Yeah.
I think that one's done, man.
Yeah.
So,
Here's the thing is, yeah, it's over. J.K. Rowling is undisputed champion of the world.
she laid waste to her enemies.
I mean,
And
she's
so salt in her
holding
feelings,
that big gaudy belt over her head,
Right.
right? Like international title holder,
Yeah.
like come and get me. So that's all pretty much done. I mean, there's still some stuff to be worked out. Like there's still the individual, like in sports things where it's still tolerated. But I mean, generally people are like, well, you guys just ruined the Frisbee Golf League.
Well, and the NCAA folded on that, so
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah, I mean,
individual marathons and
Yeah.
bicycling things, they're still getting cooked by stuff like this. There was the famous one not too long about fencing and things like that. Rugby still has that. I mean, one of the funnier ones was even in like video games, right? The all quote unquote female team that's playing in the Counter-Strike finals, right, are all dudes.
So, but that's gaming, man. I get that. That's kind of like where they concentrate. We know this.
Whereas on the other hand, the only actual all-female team, right, that played League of Legends
Dead
did
last.
so poorly. Like dead last, they were kicked out of the league.
Yeah,
because,
see, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah,
But that's the whole thing. Is like, I mean, gaming is not a fair place to look for that because for every one trans marathon runner, there's probably 1,000 Fortnite players who are trans.
I agree. No, that's fine.
It's just that I didn't really notice that at first, but it's definitely true.
There is a crowd of that, yes.
There is a crowd of that.
I guess it's your exposure to this. It's kind of like living next to the power lines and you look at like cancer rates. It's your proximity to death,
right?
And yeah, so it's not a guaranteed, but you're more likely.
More likely,
yes,
yeah, definitely more likely.
All right, so final thoughts. All of our sports team stuff is done, right? Oh, who called who was going to beat the Yankees?
Totally, man. Yeah. So we were there for that, man. It was great. I was there for the one that they lost, or the one that the Rockies won. We'll put it because I was rooting for the Rockies in that one. I had my Rockies jersey on and everything. Fucking whole section was nothing but fake New Yorkers. So so I was like, fine, fuck it, I'm gonna root for my team. So that's fine. I mean, I kind of have like 1 foot in, 1 foot out because I got a cheater jersey. So it is a Giambi Rockies jersey. Specially ordered. So from the back, it looks like a Yankee jersey, unless you know his number. But from the front, it's Rockies. So because it's purple pinstripes instead of blue. So, but anyway, it was a great game. So but yeah, everybody around like it's like, oh, man, you're rooting for like the little kid to get beat up here, man. I mean, come on. So, dude, it was weird too, man. We were in a great section, but there was like State Farm or somebody, maybe it was Allstate, had like a party in our section.
Yeah.
And I tell you, dude, there was something shady going on with this shit because there were like 4 guys, all of, not necessarily local descent. And they had a train of like 6 hoes with them. And we're like, what? Are you writing this off? It was, I don't know, man, but it was weird. They were obviously not even remotely interested in baseball. So,
What region did they hail from?
These guys?
Yeah.
I don't, my guess would be South America. So,
yeah.
I
see. Okay. All right.
that would be my guess. So I didn't talk to them. So, but judging by the amount of gold and the number of buttons that were unbuttoned from the top, on their fucking State Farm, or it was all state shirts. It was just, and they were sitting like, so the game wasn't sold out at all. So it was actually pretty sparse seating, up until maybe like the second inning where everybody started filtering in.
Was it cold?
It was great. It was.
Oh, okay.
It was like
That was the good day.
it was
That
like
was
the
the good day?
perfect temperature. Yeah, it was like 72 the entire time.
Was it like?
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
The other
Like,
2 days, it was raining.
it was raining. Yeah, they had a rain delay the next day.
Yeah.
So
like it's
it's
the end of May.
Stomped the Rockies like 12-1.
Yeah.
The next day.
I
So
was just curious, yeah, because it's the end of May, and my furnace is still turning on at night.
mine too. Yeah. So, but no, it was great.
I turned it down to 65 because I was like, "This, I can't do this. I can't have this. This is ridiculous."
Yeah, previous years I would have taken the kids camping up at Lone Duck, but I made it 2 weeks later, and now I'm really happy.
I can,
Yeah.
but you're going someplace
We're
special.
going to Jellystone.
Yeah, yeah.
Jellystone, where's that?
Like right near Larkspur.
Oh, okay, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You get like a full cabin. It's got
Yeah,
a
yeah,
kitchen. It's got all.
Dude, that thing,
damn.
like, you know why it's like that? Because that place was a shithole for years.
Yeah.
Until they did all the work on the Gap. And then that's where all the guys working on the roads stayed for 2 years while they were widening I-25. And they just, like, fucking dumped money on this place and completely
It
rebuilt it.
looks
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Yeah, because
I'm looking forward to
I used to drive by all the time. I was like, well, we could drive 20 minutes more and go home.
it.
I don't know, man. We do have one place where, if you drive by the post-apocalyptic remains of old Chicago,
It's a hole. Just a hole in the ground now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear they're going to knock down this one over here, too. So,
Are they?
yeah.
Well, they must have plans for something.
I have no. Okay, so I did find out the old Chicago's.
What?
What do you think it's going to be?
Oh,
I found out.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's put our heads together here. Like, is it roughly the same size of that old
Yes.
Chicago?
Is it a chain?
No. Well, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe it's not food. Maybe it's.
I didn't find out what nature of brand it was. Put it that way.
I don't know.
What brand? Okay. It's not going to be something stupid like a Sephora or something like that, right?
No.
Okay.
It's a
Food?
bank.
Oh.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah, totally. I was.
Wah, wah, wah. Sorry.
Breaks my heart. All right. Well,
Sephora.
dude, you joke about this shit, but I mean,
Look, man, I mean, the problem with it is that it's just fundamentally in a part of town that is just not very popular. I mean, that whole stretch of Academy, you've got to cut into curves in order to get in and out of places. And so, so you're going to get like commercial properties like banks, freaking like small retail outlets and stuff like that. Nobody's going to build a new fast food restaurant in there. So,
well, I mean that King Supers area,
yeah,
it kills, right? That
it
place
does.
is,
So it makes sense to put a bank there.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, there was one right across the street.
And I mean, that's why you also over there, it's like, what are the things that fit with it? Like a Qdoba and a weed dispensary.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And the only Fazoli's, yeah.
I think it's like the last one. I mean, it wouldn't, if they straight up said, like, we're going to bulldoze Fazoli's because you're going to get, like, the last stand up Sbarro, I would say do it in a heartbeat.
Nobody can afford that, Jeff. You might as well just take that money in your backyard and burn it.
All right.
Okay, I guess I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
I'm Jeffrey.
I'm gonna hit the button.
Yeah.